What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be discussing the New World leveling guide and how to prioritize quests and objectives. That way you're getting the most out of your time. If you're new here, my name's JJ and I do live stream daily, so please consider subscribing with bell notifications on if you want to see more content like this, or join us in the live streams. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Today's goal is 50, so let's make it happen. Last thing, links to all my gaming gear is down below, so if you want to check those out, they are Amazon affiliate links. I do get a small kickback, but it costs you absolutely nothing extra. Also, side note, merch coming soon. All right, guys, let's jump right into the video. So if you guys have been playing, you pretty much know that there are 3 common quests, which are killing enemies, going through some chests, and bringing back materials, which is pretty common in every MMO. So let's prioritize these quests. That way you get the most XP and you don't spend as much time looking through chests. So if you hit the letter J on your keyboard, it'll bring you here to the journal. And it's no coincidence that these are in this specific order. Now also keep in mind the symbols for each of these. This will be your main story symbol on the map. Your side stories will look like this. Your faction will be your faction symbol and in blue. And then your town project will look like the town project board symbol in blue. So the main story quests are going to give you the most XP, especially compared to some of the side story quests, let's say around the same level like this one here. But you are going to want to prioritize the main story quest. And as you go to do these quests, maybe hit up any of the side quests in the area while you're out there away from the settlement. Complete all those and come back and turn them all in at the same time. Now there is going to be a point where you're doing your main story quest and eventually you're going to be too low level for the next main story quest. One example of this, I was level 37 and I could not continue the next main story quest until I was 40. So in that case, I had to go and do other quests to get me to 40 to continue my main story. Now, a good rule of thumb is if the main story recommendation is about 3 levels or more higher than you, then you should probably do some side story quests to kind of catch you up into that level range. So an example, if they recommend this to be a level 40 quest and you're 37, you can do it. It might be difficult, but it would be better to get closer to that range. Now, some are a recommendation and some are a requirement. Some will require you to be level 40 to do the quest. Now, you may be able to pull it off if you have a big party with you or you have someone carrying you, but assuming you're doing this alone, that should be the rule of thumb. Now, the main quests are also important for the dungeons. You'll get some dungeon quests that you need to do, which, like this one, you can get a lot of XP inside these expeditions. Now, next will be the side story quests. They're going to be the next one that give you some good XP. So you should be doing these as you're doing your main story quest if they're in the area. But if you do get to a stopping point where you can't continue on the main story, start focusing on the side story quest and do any faction or town projects that are around the side story quest. So once again, main story, focus on this. Anything that's on the way that isn't going to be too far out of the way as far as side stories, faction, or town projects, make sure to do them as you're chasing these main story quests. Now, some great places to do some side story quests would be places that have dungeons, like say the Amrine right here. You do these side story quests, you'll eventually get some that are inside this expedition, which would be great. These quests will also give you an extra token for the expeditions. So next on the list are the faction missions. Now to check out your faction missions, go to your faction leader here and hit open faction board and check out the missions. You have 6 missions, 3 are PvE and 3 are PvP. In order to do these 3 PvP, you have to go here and on the bottom right, you see right here where it says you have to turn on PvP. Now, the best time to do these missions are when you have a daily bonus. The daily bonus, I believe it's about double the XP you'll get when you complete these. You get 3 a day, so make sure to take advantage of these. Going to the highest level territory that you can, that way you are making the most out of doubling your XP. Also, keep in mind for these PvP quests, you cannot die when you are working on these or else it'll drop the quest and you have to come back and pick them up. You also cannot fast travel when doing these or else it'll drop the quest. So you literally have to walk to where these quests are, complete them, and then come back all without dying or fast traveling. So these missions do refresh every so often. You can check up here when they're going to refresh next. And although this doesn't give you the best XP, there are other benefits of doing faction quests. So you might want to buy some rewards here, which could be another reason why you're doing these. So in the meantime, if you don't have any main story or side story quests to work on to level you up, you can do these and also benefit from getting tokens by doing these and then purchasing items in here. Also keep in mind when PvP is on, other players can attack you, and if they kill you, you will drop the missions. So last are the town projects. Now, while at face value, they don't give you the most XP, but they are something you should be doing along the way to your main story, your side story quests, even your faction missions. These missions are as simple as collecting materials, farming things, maybe killing some rabbits, easy things that you can do along the way. Now, if you have a lot of gold, some of these town projects, you can just go ahead, buy in the auction house, and then turn them in to get XP. So you're essentially converting your gold into XP. Now, when you really think about these town projects, they aren't so bad because you are getting XP in different ways. So, for example, for this armor smithing quest right here, you would have to gather the materials, which gives you XP. You're going to have to refine the materials, which gives you XP, and then craft, which is XP, and then you also get XP for turning it in. So when you add all that up, it doesn't make this look as bad. Now, a little bonus are the corrupted portals, which you can see here are gathered together in certain areas. They spawn in different spots. But if you get a group of 10 to 15 people and just run through these are elites, which is going to help you level up your weapons really well. You can get a lot of XP for these, anywhere from 600 to 2000. And with that many people running around completing them, you can actually get a lot of XP really fast too. Another benefit for doing this is collecting Azoth and increasing your territory standing. Now, another tip is making sure you log out in a settlement, because you will get what's called rested XP. And when you log back in, you will have additional bonus XP with everything you do. Now, depending how long you were logged off for will determine how long that rested XP lasts. So it is crucial to log off in a settlement to get that additional XP. Another small tip is having PvP enabled, because you get 10% XP bonus. Now, high risk, high reward for this, because you are flagged for PvP, so other people can attack you and kill you. And if you're constantly getting sent back to the settlement, you will take longer to level up. So if you're confident in your PvP skills, have them on, but if you find yourself getting ganked and wasting too much time, then just turn it off. If you do happen to kill a player though, you will get some good weapon XP and also a chance of getting some really good loot. Now, if you go to the menu and go to your territory standing, you can see as you level up the territory standing, you get bonuses, and one of them specifically is XP gain. So if you keep selecting this, you can get a lot more XP in a certain territory, which I recommend doing in a territory you plan on spending a lot of time in, and maybe doing some faction missions if you're looking to get some token to get some gear. And of course, to increase these standings, all you have to do are complete quests in that territory, or just explore new zones and kill ads, anything like that. And of course, having that XP gain in certain territories that have dungeons would be beneficial. That way you can get the extra XP from the dungeon runs that you're doing. And if you happen to be by a question mark like this, it just means you haven't discovered that area yet. And if you do, you get some XP as well, so you might as well run by it. Also, if you see any of these little papers on the floor, just go ahead and read them and X out, and it gives you a small amount of XP. It's not a lot, but it's just really easy to do, so you might as well do it. Now, some of these I probably read already, which is why nothing is happening. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button. Also, share it with someone that might find it beneficial. Also, leave a comment down below if I missed any tips or tricks. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.